What's up, brothers? So today's video just came to my mind a topic that we MGTOWs are particularly alone in our journey. We don't have anyone or any kind of backup with us because, like most people in the MGTOW community have said, that we don't follow a fixed rule or law. We go our own way and we are willing to do whatever it takes for our personal benefits and personal improvements. So each and every MGTOW is somewhat different from the others and really different from normal people, like the people who are not in the MGTOW community. So basically, what happens is we fall apart from the society, and we don't actually fall apart. I would say we stand out of the normal society. So, what happens is even if we don't want to engage in the normal society, we still feel a bit of depression and loneliness because we are alone in our journey. But in this phase of loneliness, there are only two options that we have. And I don't say that only MGTOWs are lonely, but a lot of people around the globe are lonely. And even if they have 1,000 friends on Facebook or anywhere online, they're getting 500, 1,000 likes on their photos. Still inside, they are alone and they are willing to talk to people, interact with them, and basically share their experiences with others so that these interactions bring them closer to humanity. And basically, what happens is, like I said, we have only two choices: either we do or we die. And that's the reason why suicides take place. Because if you are in a good, healthy contact with people, how will a suicide happen? So that's my point. Now, I will proceed by saying that we MGTOWs have a personal benefit when it comes to loneliness because we have watched and interacted with a lot of people around the globe. Even if we interact online, we have that special bond between us and we look up to each other. Like, even when I personally talk to other MGTOWs, I get positive energy. Even if they just send me a text, that makes me feel inside that I'm literally talking to that person. But at the same time, you'll have people around you who are talking to you, who are present with you, but you'll still feel lonely because they don't fit in your what does I tell it? They don't fit in your box. So this is basically, and the second thing is that I've seen my own friends and family members, like the long distance family members, not my parents and brothers, but my uncles and aunts and their kids. I've seen them get lonely and they abuse themselves by drugs, alcohol, and whatnot. And even this affects the social media hypergamy because what happens is the more lonely you feel, the more you go on to social media and like other women's pictures. And what happens is you think that you are creating an attention to that women, and that women will check you out and you'll have a conversation. But at the same time, that women is admiring a successful guy, a businessman, a sports person, or someone who is enjoying his dream, following his passion, and stuff like that. So basically, when I'm talking about the negative points, I'm talking about the lonely people outside the MGTOW community. But in the MGTOW community, what we do when we are lonely is that we read books, we work out, we meditate, we do all kinds of stuff that help us grow as an individual. And to do that, we have a strong background of why we have walked out of the society. And I don't say that each and every one of us would succeed in what we are doing, but at least at the end of the day, we would be more satisfied and more happier than people around us. Because personally, I have seen fake smiles on people's face, and before going MGTOW, I used to wonder how miserable my life was and how healthy lives are people living with all this cash in their hands, spending tons of money every day. But after realizing the behind the scenes, I would say, or the real face of these people and how unhappy they are, I realized that my life, and I would say by confidence that other MGTOW's lives have really developed and they are really living a good lifestyle. Because at the end of the day, you cannot eat money. You need your family. I mean, your parents should be good to you. If your parents are horrible, then I doubt you would survive anything further. Because the only trustworthy people that I would consider in today's society would be our parents if they are good. And by good, I mean they listen to us and then react to their statement. And they are rarely found. I mean, it's very hard to find that kind of parents. So that is what I wanted to talk about. And before going, I just want to say that you guys are not alone, and I'm not only giving this message to MGTOW people, but to each and everyone who is feeling lonely and depressed, or is feeling really low and he feels that his life is worthless. Then please hear me out. You are not lonely. God has, like, I'm not a believer in that church and mosque stuff, but there is one God, and that God has made you lonely for a purpose. So the time you spend alone is the best time that you can focus on yourself. What does it take to you by just sitting in a room lonely? You just do one thing. Why don't you do push-ups the whole day? Why wouldn't your body grow? Or else do one thing. Get a book. Read it out. Books like The Subliminal by Leonard Mladenov, which tells us about how our unconscious mind works. And if you have problem with women, and if you want to hit some fucking pussy, then go for the Game by Neil Strauss. Then you've got a book called Definitive book of body language by Alan and Barbara Pace. Go read this stuff out. Go work out. Do some social work. Go step out of your home. Go and help some people out. You'll feel happy. You'll feel that you're busy. And you'll feel that the world needs you. That's all for now. Signing off. Do tell me how did I go. And have a nice day. Peace out.